minimize our bravo fed drona your friend amuzu garlic bitters ne biem asan boama mo na say titiriti wona say and some no tata baby abefa na drono won san so ebekemi na afi won so wonya bi enso ato Gingermate dental clinic branches no and some adults say wudru ayetamalia tishugu woni post office and a D and hwɛ ana feme ka say takwade so no or Tadisco Junction Kofodia waben Central Police Station ana Kumasi ya aya be project oko aye bantama Rodena Bank ewase na soro ana Gingermate and some aya juma anya ira kwan urobi akaka ana hawo ana sempo se afemfemo wosenom atu eso na bu wobeso ye failing ebia woseno wobeso mo hye silver amam wobeso hye gold anum ka ewo so say ye moana chasanum kan nyina enkwana sempo wobeso ye ne aka say aye cleaning and polishing no wona Gingermate and some kasana ye bedi nkomo enso awo show no so Gingermate abeba number no mobile friend no aye 0559139582 na Gingermate and some enjoy so matches our honor Enunti ya control say eno ye be break and ya ma course na course no ayama kuma for show no I sponsored by Betway and announce the Betway course na ebama me show mo monsa ton us be tuam 10 us be tuam usi what they wani mre he and we can do and Friday what na Saturday Sunday wabra Easter ba yes ka masa anti all twa no twa ne nyansam Betway nkabo ba ko ehio mo ye pa was bought responsibly just for the love of the game. I have grown who don't intia and I'm a Chinese and I just say be a coach better I Betway and a Bramo Sika some and some brand but safe and Yarwa Kaso be ZB www.betway.com.gh na fe Abuam Amanyoman so I friend at Jamal now me demand for about center I doctor time at the some and down Dr. Aya Juma prepare Omoko and so Ababa Bediadans Sampa Dr. Some our time dema your patients our door woman so Boba Burma quack say woman show him quad here is Sikanan watch now so crowd Dr. Chimichos na radio Koroko about netina no winner there's all show free Union Babia Duma for about Centano Dr. Time Edas our brat time no and some Juma very necessary stroke no or twice here Sisiadia no some about your banner and your man Koyan farmer I won't somebody a day and I some problem prostate and send something in our but Dima for about center say Bamadian Sababa over Bodjum Pum I just say Uchi white China or two atoms and pa a Jane and I would to know Bano and some Ajana Kama na Udro Bwaka school junction and a Dr. Aya Jumane BM and some a Pocrass Mayra number I 0244 774282 name Duma for about center Dr. Time Edaso and some angel sway.
Well, Kojak for Daruma, Kojak Farmer said Kojak Chaco two face no the betu siano and a babuama sena pipe fit and one day ebem amachasene kakani adinano entimi and mamma mwa biamo simu tokro intiano washano so ediame Kojak pro code no and also boa uti pai wana pepu and a boa onum yana fe and also yadie edia fuo amanti no so mame as open dodo mo anka o kanshi drag lane you will be a dodo mo ala Kumasi Central Market over free 0244559597 now near din comot Charismatic Ventures one of the Zara mix chanini G capsules and the dem abe 2-in-1 rashes and a go a buy or buy uncommon so and now a bear mounts uncommon rashes eguso na utitina paina ya dene ye kra shanon song asa ya dia no go no and one sometimes ni bi ana uhu no Felix ade candidates na hawa wodro and Zara mix chanini G no and no and a Boazaraman capsule Zahara man capsule sexual weakness and afi obi a nkwamo na ye mre obo adwuma panemo ma wo emma and also wodro nie and obetimi abo ahindi aba mixture typhoid diabetes blood pressure ni nyina be call friend 0243 0246 348 334 0246 348 334 na afi woni abon komo Alaska Daroma eba no se wallpapers a wo de ya adwuma e wo fie anafe office anasem bia wo ho a wo betimi afese 3D 5D e blind curtains ani nyina no e se oba Alaska o na de wo mo ne se o dem no empa no so no best spread no anafe pillowcases ni nyina na etwagui a cha se wo nya bi e de akosempa no so amaso ye neat amanu amaye kama open no dodo mu a ye wa dum ye ben boss of and built in Accra Circle Tiptoe Lane inside Ship House at 0554 114878 nafe woni atotwe nkomo emulator bar supplement eno ana boama ni peduane CPSita eye Kantanka Herbal Pharmaceuticals and Research Center women diaba FDA fonso ajatumo na se utie me na oni pedue wasori no pass wani so brew wo sori no asa hu ye wo yade onyade wadro panie e boost immune system no ama yade nketengete ha wadwe nyina no ero enso etima firi pedue num wo ofa ane yefunu oyoba onum bienye ye o makoda no fa ofa bienye ye akrani ni mfie dumie no kwa emulator bar supplement ontimi num bi 0535112813 na oni adin komo high sense o madaroma se ne wati enka ye ba ye nyene yo product awodo se television awope ene gas cookers anasembia ope sound system sound bass awode bonyom ene tim odemo ama unso affiliate pa say Sharif nyom no ade aba album no so de no wanya ene sound bass awode betie nyom na ema affiliate kopabie na afenu amanya kama emfama na watching machine so be sinu ama Philippa no asa no so ama me everyday prices for everyday people enti sanon so yen showrooms no ewo East Legon ubehu ye wa Chimota Mall anafe Kumasi City Mall Kumasi Adum Kumasi Tafo o outside Kumasi Nkran eya Mankasim Takra do rekodo ewo Tako Boase Kofodia yen showrooms na wodo bebre o 0302550000 nafe woni ye ewie Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and Capsules againu nie eno na bema also onya bie na usisi no emu aju hwimhwim bema eso twa 360 said ye Zavi dan wo twa bo amandra siniesta eno no utimi say ye adwuma ye pa pivot ni nya adwuma ha dwen ntisa no so ema me sciatica ana pains no otin so a onya bia eno enso betimi aboa yi ni nyina firi o bema de premature prepare ne kwa de eyi firi o krantam so 0240616061 na onim padifa twetwe nkom eno ano no na fe won so atimi ato na ye ma me doctor akosua duaya wono ana power specialist about hospital odano hepatitis B ana fe enisi wajimu awas bebre enubuna ene hahama anu ade ayendro achas wade say dem fatty liver and stomach ulcer fibroid kidney stones ni nyina no ase brain no mo na mema no so enya momo jiri ka jiri ni jira na so achas ye bobi aye bo adwuma mpam a enya asemeto aye batena ba mister e boost immune system no on kan na no pain na utiemi a wodu ani be che kwabanya ACP road wo wodu ani a che power hospital bus stop a awon ye wa ye diduma Kumase eye Kumase free asebosomchi road ewa adua ya junction onse kan ya takrade orekodom ewo Anaji estate 0244544422 0244544422 na oni ewie naturalin eye Johnson ya dia eye naturalin woman the Proslav capsule day aba oba Johnson ama Johnson na yeye obu wa eso kokokokoko ebi nso wa intimate tosin otiaze aha eze emane tosin ame o say yes bema o pro taduam amanu ama ye kama edi ama tadua no ese nso FM na ese drop there no mane tosin true man capsules a weak correction uzisi ya premature uni atenka so bebo adwuma mpem wadro enie Congo ointment no eye nantema praprobu o rone mpaboa ye nkofia enom ode bi befa na ho ahye mpaboa eno anno udware honam ye ohene ana pompo abowa eno anno wadwani 0249017101 na no mo enso awie na no pe na afenu ama ye kama tabia droi so watenenka so watetakum no yes DJ Murphy ewo today's radio was a couple droi said yes you boami won pem nam so ene de no krepa because wan yibia obelusu match pa enti ene tabia takum no oba ne tafe na be medi atenka ne soronko won pem tabia ba cholera mister malaria jaundice and after typhoid and some other free one after yeah capsules no ACC ade and how waduna wadro and so in your tabio 0243 686861 now only a Lawson beverages woman daruma a Lawson delay man bitters and no avoying Emma chase Toma Goodyear Conkain Emma chase mintimi mwadjuma premature bema waya yao na besne na ye bonnet ko wampema nie boy timi bonus no atenase no asore bra o bre papa ko be delay man details eno ane betimi aboa amanwama ye kama low sperm count ni nyina no eno enso betimi akọ delay man capsules yes eno so wo atiatia o onto bi ko pebie wo be se de si bo adwuma de fa bo adwuma panchi shanon so efama me se mema dro paade eno wasem anamakade acho no open the door our big bolo obele biato na fe John Brown wono so etomvi obe fresh 0248 619 999 0248 619 999 na one delay man empany for Lawson beverages atwetwe enkomo fancy na fe wapebi no mundro no ano eshepa
wo yemna so na yemna meto so dwumedi e fa ne say we Wontumi sports buffet live on Wontumi 101.3 FM live on 100.9 and so our tamale 101.3 our Sario so and a BM 101.3 FM so our takrate woman you know kitam digital on satellite and so you was so Wontumi TV live on Facebook you was so and one so bar we be like yem page share ya mon share ma from so ehun say the dwumadi no esi ekona odo messages e dey go ase e dey aba ana YouTube nso no Wontumi TV live also ye wo ho nemom ye drew your question of the day no so ayamuzu pia about Mr. Darama Makacho say enyina our pharmaceutical shops afei herbal shops ni nyina mo no kwa so pedrona ye fan amuzu pia about Mr. Sansa no egu bema ho ama chese ho ayekro afei dabia on shop boxer shops udwi obi won kra na wodwi anu ase hwia hwe se bon anas ehwama udwi ahwia ko pedro ni bitwa na afei eyi mani o manso nya kama ada mama bo chem to na akutia ni wa na
bi se de o kanum ma hu bia anu ase o hwe se de esitie bra
ko pedro ni bitwa manu so mo de mo sa hwa na mo udwi ma ye ba manfo ba na mu ja ni nyina na ha dwempa emana nya sa aruti ay amuzu alba mesha eno ene bedu akagina mu amani yo man so I fine and so ama enye na ewe dwaso pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops ni nyina mu no obenya bi enso atoma daroma and ye day ye question of the day and so ama Dr. Amuzu ya da se bi samra biem wo Sherlock family question of the day mam your project na real quick and Friday solution enko yanim me mama for a betting course see na question also and say it took Cristiano Ronaldo 27 games to score his first Champions League goal. True or false? It took Cristiano Ronaldo 27 games to score his first Champions League goal. True or false? Shady me don't know. Okay, objectives. Section A.
No as a pencil.
Tuba. Now what me we answer your section A so objectives no. Now we shady and us was shady. Akwano shady ekwa. Mo piano we resume why see.
Amama no twase what you want to fancy and I'm away Samu. Uchi play and I'm making. And I want to play and I'm making. Oh, now yellow max. I'll be on Omo and that be fancy. Why are you see a book? Why you say that's why I didn't go. Why you say now or tro? Come on, Choka Binanke on Eze Cosise. Auntie Yebusa said Ronaldo about 27 matches and San was the first Champions League goal. I no cray and I said no cray couple. Was Ghana for the bridge o madwin say no kra also entry force true 2007 against was Roma Manchester United sa 7-1 Old Trafford no and one also a born at no ya do about sorry so true and what they about Jean Jopi born to win it's a true Nana and it's a true and what they about Sarah Weni it's a true Bobe Bismas a true Kwame later say a true and I Peter Obiria Boa and so SN a true Branch Pedro Medina Cruz was a true and one day upcoming Ramos say a force and also Ellen also answer say a force bra Philip say a force and Kwame foreigner say a force Frank Benya say a force and Western Mechanic say a force Nana Bewa Kodia from was say true Kodia where Donko Emmanuel Dia wano Ediaba Kimpi say or Manitaye life and so every Sankori and wano Diaba say true and Siama Melissa say a true Abubakar Abdullah say true Abino G said no and Christopher J said yes and also a day about last G said Ola from Mansum Patum was a true fancy a true.
Well, Yemen so na fe Yemana Yemeto aso enso enfrefri live on Facebook and also yare messages are coming now barrow quick na fe mo said ye city betting course no so banemom amusu p question of the diamond 40 womo de ba mo say John Amankwase true and ordinary the free ne side so by market GC and cry and Joseph Japan say in Tronkwa ye force and Theophilus Walcott was it true Nidian so I don't know what a free time a free zone gonna day a message and some let it buy I will also say watch the show live from Boston, Massachusetts true I know I have Says Obo and so a message I don't know listening to live from Sabun Zongo was saying Abdullah Al Hassan and a day yes a message and so at the buyer this one says say a true young motive and some I don't know Andy Amankwaso say and cry and I will say if it's not true then it will be false Hassan Kwekujit double answer
say one traha ubi traha and I was when ya into
me shady any being
boom ban sounds what a true a force a force and if not true it's force and
as more be catch you say no school cry no teachers me course na I phone t quick I am about so na yen for na man for train on stories wo France code your own sense of keto mama
yeah, media cheaper.
Yeah, very necessary. The Uber to me also ultra. And a man camera, I want him so. I have betway. Yeah, two camera betway. More better mopa.
You be Dimupa.
A1, 3A, DC, FE. And here 23 os.
23 os.
A1. AW. Mr. Mamoni, Mr. 1A, 3A, DC, FE, 1A, 3A, DC, FE, and here 23 and a second quote. Okay. 1A, 3A, FA, 28, 1A, 3A, FA, 28. And also a 10 os. And the shadow now projected Emma
project criteria. Timu Veso
1A 3A DFF4 1A 3A DFF4 6 os.
Yes.
And now 1A 3A F7 93 1A 3A F7 93 Betway exclusive no ana ebebo bet saver and so I don't know and then Friday foreign news and my for and I pay live on the show this your own to Miss Sports buffet young come na free young for stories
Angwa juma no you Yame wohoda Se uji dudia Obeya juma Ansachre no you Yame wohoda Se uji dudia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi shra Yehuwa ila henu Yehuwa ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Luvika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika Tode Yasach Todi Yasak. Todi Yasak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Come on, boy. Kapo. Sorry, Kapo chairman. I feel not chairman.
Yes. Now I be answer.
Go tama taboku kasa mo say messages and ben no bia say hey o chairman ya de pa say watch me assemble. I squad be come kwame ho hene papa me.
Na guess it is okay how.
Chairman
Guess no. Me say guess no. Guess no. Me say how many boys in this year? Me say guess it is say. Wontumi sponsor no. I number 1.
Chairman.
Angwa juma no you. Yami wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma. I said no you. Yami wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma. Ye bompaye Shamachi Israel Yehuwa Elahenu Yehuwa Ekad we ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yasak in English.
And also because so who call a sir and also your fans among so another journal your OJC Nisi for gamer and also members our funeral one more game area not Amanoka say and also my gamer Rafina your father say Hakim Ben Al Hajj I know about gamer and on members our past 6:45 and you may and I just say Nisi Bobokuno one some non to so no and so I alias from Farah and also game no and also Koso and watch our Italy Bobokua. Your father said January so came no and some by the same time a ball I yes 6:45 for Bobokua. Your father said January for no woman some any Denisi Country else other ball who cost Stadio Comunal Luigi Ferraris our Shanova and a rough final father said Daniel Paronzoni some Kakudi gamer and I January Denisi and a peno ya de a young summer some like Emma now Osberg and some our Germany woman Bobokua father Bamunchin Fono, woman some Baba, once I get Bakua, the Mona Bamunchin Alboma, Chesanosono, and some Aqua Camanino, not Chesano, some Chesa, Bain Esamente, woman some position Abba Chesa, or more, Ayabona Slicano, and somebody as woman also not Chesa for the first timer, Yahusa Hurricane Baba Genia, your father's a major title, and some Nabet I Desesina, woman Ramsa away, and you must bet me Aquacama, and somebody Matimo, now report I'm in second sir who call a year WWK Arena and some now Asberger or for some Matthias Schollenbach or no and I'm for the game way and some man ever buying for game no what are some other Jafe who call La Liga Santander and no Spanish Primera División Bobocua your friend sir Real Vallecano what some bomb game our fear who call started to fire Casa Madrid what some Boboca fans Espanol and some about Twino, which we found to say Bobokua, your first Madrid, and a boss Sabina Bo, and I said, I let you be, and some other boss Sabina Bossa, our Madrid, I have Vallecano and a Catalonia club, your first Espanol, Omumiano, and some other Bessia, Referent Alejandro Jose Hernandez, or no, and a German seconds and a gamer, and some Basunino, what is some Nabatman, Tolaman, Yamaswaya Frena, and Kaka from Aswaya, and some Mata Weekendino, Yamian. Inter Milan Bobokuno, woman some bomb game area Chapama, National Academy Rolia Mame Captain, and some Lautaro Martinez answer, Womuko International Breaker Basa, Lautaro Anya Fate, Anunti, Na Chesa Ontimimo game, and some Argentina Mano, Womubanano Yamuma Chesaro Barcelona, Na Chesa Lautaro Yobia, what is some Maya missing in action, Yamasa Kanasa, Yamian Mochino say, Bama Besania, the starting best, Na Chesano, Ayobia, camera sa bama ye fit and quadia. I was so started and some adama bobo corner. Your father said no some Inter Milan no Azuris Omutimo and to good news and some man say no one to Yamia Motina. One some game ever so player no and some number to me started. Not German second some of your puntia. Your father Medi Tarami and no Anna I shocking dentia make us I shocking is Inter Tarami for free. Woman Afani Fubokua. Your father Porto I just want to do and some no Cosima contract no and some area. Now so Yaman second say make say yes some of us some jano kwa emanoko now so tarami de so boy ni benya na nkonom na beste e Inter Milan mom se koba se bia na koma so de se wonom na beso otena no so mo ntiase ema chesa no emam na afei wo mo som na be no yodom ankodia make say Mediterranean bepa club e Italy when you ready say we be free Italy komo esansam oya customize ama chesa say rodamo and say no city e kokama and some other man league no nani yaba beje aye Syria no ti dem sen kan nyina no anasa ko ba se bia interfone yese wo mo som aba force na out there and the Mediterranean no and some other professor be stay and some our Italy when we say form na brantia your father say Victor Osimhen and some our no club bia wasase so se bia one aba waje se bia umpo Osimhen no anasa bia nyama bakum ye no bintina wo ba waje se bia Osimhen o yara me no ka say no ya kan no sampe enwa ya bonaba som ba ka tro say the goal involvement and some 33 in 32 matches and so far ball and some Adama Galatasaray report am say kan say woko aye Saudi Arabia yes clubs na makuma kumi no wo mo som ania bre am no ka say no wo mo say omo so amadi akotana ye first so Osimhen and some aba na ginger clubs na ania bre and say wo mo ko aye Victor Boniface ho no nanka aba fana na sanamom ayade ketuwa bi na nam so ama na yonko Nigeria ni no wonti to Nigeria ni nkuadie wo mjiri basam anya ballon d'or bi ana bi enshram anya title bi na momo no bebe ya dream aye sikasem boy no nso nya sika nani ebeji to no mo kan nyina no enso mano so ba fa na ekọ na Napoli for so de wo mo asking price and sisai and also team the team aye 75 million euros ano aye amount our so de ba ansana kwatano wo mo so ajana adenama ya ba ka cho say Roma bo ko no wo mo so betim ya pe coach na Roma enso aye side amete so refer Stefano Pioli e mebi atwam wono abe ya juma Saida, your father said Rossonero Cinemate, sir, yes, Stefano Pioli, or also Amu Boni, I bet me about Solano, and Sabania Chasabukua, your father said Roma Jumano, and some Latin in the camera. What about Stefano Pioli, and you'll be a Roma Fono, and some Acosta Anonymous, sir, what about the Batu Gano Pensa, Roberto di Zarbi, and some Anony Tuno, and to quite them on the players are there. Men from your training, I am man, the boys, not Ama Chasora Farsa, penalty on I sporting director one na me catch the person boys libi say hey one what bamunti na ba bo jufi the coach wey enti anka emo club na committee ya sane man e ho ama chesa bufo papa na uwe ni ma si kwano se de esi wemu a wo kai sem na no be story ama me kai pass me catch on say coach ni say sir myself for the free so no and I just your problem Emma team dia and your omunya na kwama na continue e betumi abasa bia coach na every season na woman pamano ko no ankasa be na agence wono som abeko nyame se kan se ne wudru bo ko for se Milana woman ada so target aye manager no woda so no cheso mo plans mu a ni nyina na aye update am say me dia betuorim dadara se Milan for no die anka Fabio Paratici ebenya nanka aye Pep Guardiola and ababa juma ama Milano mom question no ene say Pep no obaba and answer Pep o ma media ma dada na deserve jere na say and also gani router and also kakra ba manager no so no yes odiri pass na say wotimi de myself for qualify for UEFA Champions League na chesam say when no aba ni akan say accomplishment and so adiamano na ches why be from kwa and so I do so betimi and some adiama team no and no kakra for amaso ye and some not aba na Fabio Capello hey Fabio Don Capello say a similar form of problem aye baako pe na do be so kan nyina say maybe a chamano, Yakase, AC Milan at some time, Milan 4, and a Chasomo Tima, Nam Obutuna Sopa, and now Casa Somobati no Matian ye, Sir Trusa Market Tribute, Nasa AC Milan Fanny Magensa, Romusum Nabasum invested our team Mutia, Wamma Italy Fonum, Amram, Wamma Italians, Amram Sansuano, Simon Fans or your coach, and maybe your coach in Milan, maybe your coach now play a one pair for particular Sabia, a specific position. Sebia open striker, open midfielder, open defender, and then some open goalkeeper. Possession be open biano. Say unya Italy ni bako. Nebia when aye Brozoni, when aye be a Spaniard, when so aye be a English ni ba. One come for Italiano and some any other country. There was so few one Sharia. AC Milan in their 90s, no. Nam among periphery be and some other sir. Obenya Franco Barresenum now or Italian and what you Parliament nom and Chesa Costa Cutanum and it Tasoti Omunano and some other Yatuma Obaka and Filippo Gatti Aches Omunano and some Abakoi and Uquaria Tete Ebi Albertina Num Asudibabam Achesa Donadoni Munano Womubaya Jumano Rafan Samasaro Womunanum by Italy Foa Womusum Baya Jumana Milan and they what you say Abaka in the 90s no Niwa Nami Albert beside the year 2022 Wabo Kobas AC Milan and some other title, yes, woman, also no more Italian coach, and Stefano Pioli, no more mentally be Arsa Sandro Tonali, David Calabria, and Alessio Romagnoli, Omunani and Quata, Nacha some Italy, and Nacha some instrumental, Dama, AC Milan, Wabo Jeligno, just 3 seasons ago. Wabaka Donnarumma, no, some very important Terma, Wabo campaign. Sa example way, a Diana Cheway, our full moment, Milan, Ambassador money, I share Italy for no. Ababua amacha sakab na fano tumapa and some daddy fra ameno casino and some day update aba who some no yet ema yet for another pay and some our show so na mami abunta wansa James Tarkowski nano woko try McAllister Enra but the stories and the also second no and some other man sound him say yes Liverpool supporters will be sent a death threat ebumum that the message is come or no and some man and the wife I found Samantha na yase messages about any empowerment Jamaica can say Everton for the crown wo some not statement aba na Everton for statement from the abani sir and then almost say threat call James Tarkowski and the wife also no James sabi time subabi adu kwansa yesu so na domo kan say club no woman ready so mabwa aye James and HS and wife I found Samantha Serebea woman some on social media owners no and some that engage na fe woman say police also am Serebea investigation baby also me contribute no woman some that betimi ya akwakodru essence na we be send a message say me ku me you say and I mean mo ka me baby out ya baba so na draw said ya mbaifo ya ko masa dabi da crowd was yes so continue woman Amuba Brahma investigation in and also Makoso Kama. Now, Jamaican can say, we do Spain and I said, Tamukaisa, Babakano some weeks ago, Emma Mekatrosa, Ronald Araujo, or Yobia, Liverpool Fonina, Amo Papa, I don't know, Metisa, Van Dyke, Akotia, and maybe Aquarana Fans Araujo, and some other and some Van Dyke, and Tissa Mohamed Salah Jena, Yabaka Salah Beste Salano, Wagri Ebia, 2 Yadol, I can say announcement and some other bar now Van Dyke come sound no want to me and can pay Emma Okaya what to just say young Emma Sisi and some years as a finale what focus and some league title also Jamaican say so come Van Dyke and stay now for no some aqua Liverpool for say Adibi also Emma Ronald Araujo Ababiano woman that is South American and some other Bama Chesakurano so Pamua and them update a few Omaswaya and some not ever be no Mamma Liverpool coach and fan say and a slot or say we can do what Fulham and a gamer and Abaswo time Amanita and your first like Liverpool team and the red card and you must have ball Liverpool bonus Adano none worship our coach in here now coach say wɔno deɛ wɔbɛso bɔ ne nkwada no aba so ɛsiane sɛ boys no ayɛ adwuma paa yɛ start season ɔyɛ ka ɔmo a wɔbɛbɛgye league ɛso ɔmo no so a monka nokorɛ momfa Liverpool anka ho ebiam nso ade sɛ ɛkɔ ba ɛm sɛ Nottingham bɛhwɛ ɔmo ɛwɔ Anfield sɛ yɛnka ana kyɛ sɛ ɛnoa no nahyɛ aseɛ ne so kɔwi aseɛ ne yɛ Liverpool ɛbɛgye Premier League ɛso ɔmo no so a wɔbɛfiri ɛwɔ Carabao wɔmantumi anyɛ ɛyɛ FA Cup ebiam nso ayɛ Champions League ne nyinaa no mobɛsɛ mo right ayo mo season of no so na manager no so boys no antie aye outside noise and by oboma baso and aye asema coach na ye fa no say ana slot and some attitude
1-0 up. Yeah, because I said so many times, apart from we've played 30 games now. Yeah, maybe there were 3 or 4 games where the score was so clear that in the last 20 minutes it wasn't a problem anymore. Almost all of our other games have been really tight. So that probably tells you as well how big of an accomplishment it is that we are 12 points clear at the moment and that we are doing so well. But because it doesn't come from itself, it's not like the team that won the league in the last 4 times were so many times 20 minutes before the end or at halftime already 3 or 4-0 up. That's not our season. That's why I have to give so much credit to our players there, because if you every time have to fight with a 1-goal lead or you were 1 goal down, that's probably even harder than being 3 or 4-0 up at halftime. Yeah, because I said so many times, apart from we've played 30 games now. Yeah, maybe there were 3.
Yeah, dinner excepts and so I'm on pay live on Wontumi 101.3 FM, live on Wontumi TV, Facebook and Afe, make us a YouTube and a TV no digital no satellite no, and some juma onum say nyame ya duma weekend aye Sunday and a Manchester derby no, and also other question almost say referee now no everybody sa game you follow say John Bruce on other center referee now for referee support here and some national am a sa game no, and some other come child tells about also pa because okay say United kwa way and some okwaya diananka bebrenano and some full say United side wo some antimi kwena so nyina no wo ko shai edim kunim awa brasa Manchester derby and some akoso na demensa kan say Man City for no wo some ba eno wo ko aye siri o mo training crumble so no ma na just o mo training session ya de no and some akoso onum some player ye for say Alan no de wo bi anu so no out as game no anyare so no ensom abetimi abo na mamen front one so coach na ye fa no say Andoni Ariola ono ana coach aye Bournemouth onum say nanom de be catch us mo kwa na sese ne o na wotena fie e ma chese Ipswich na wonom akro allegation e hyewa na chese e ha dwempa na manager no asmo wo kan nyina no say wo o say sa game no kwa so wo hwe ne ye pa na chese Ipswich kwa no wo manya dwumaden bia dentro ka so manya dwumaden say defensively omo Bournemouth ananya nyoma ye ensom ama Ipswich nya sa goals no ensom ahye james boys na mo tiachi wa no mo dwa se bi omo kwa na sa mo nyoma no nyina no coach no say on the day defensively na chese nyoma ensom our form yentie coach fans Andoni Ariola.
Oh, it's difficult to have this positivity now after these 2 results, especially that we've had this week, that leaves you a little bit like frustrated. No, I think analyzing the game the other day, the mistake is probably defensively, especially. I think it's a game where we cannot concede 2 goals. No, it's a game that. And you are on the ball so much time, you are in a position to have so much time that I remember the game against Everton, we won here 1-0 at home. You know, it's difficult because they are defending with a lot of bodies. It's difficult probably to arrive with clear chances, but you have to stay focused all the game, no make mistakes, and don't concede. So the goal comes and you can win the game. No, but obviously we conceded 2 goals. They needed very little to score 2 goals, and probably that's my biggest concern from the other day.
I guess that must.
No, it's difficult to have this positivity now after.
Defensively, I know I red fan sir Andoni Ariola just said then something and some my for an pay and some show us Ariola Diano my main fan to him say Arsenal Panama Bobo so positions and baby the Gunners ever so also a cemented yena Jamin said can you say player na your fan of Victor Gyokeres and pay no maybe catch us and the Gunners are more permission report I mean permission granted and woman some other to me akura kasama jamesa kansa woman started doing komeno and your personal test bibi acho say sana bakodia na ya Victor Gyokeres anya ya sabobokua ya fansa Manchester United woman some other to me akano na wonu ma jakura ekoso abro me de ato onim say woman grant Arsenal permission say woman betimi akura na dim komeno ya say Manchester for say omono woman reservation kakra dia ba dia woman say one aya boy no price tag I'm saying serious. 2, I boy no what potential salary ni sika. One some other so beje na chase and salary ever cost and after me and sa adea. One some boy in age na chase na die. May you ever be casa akura na age I'm saying and also share and was sa one to about a project na say one some other so mo yeri nyina no I'm saying so case for Victor Gyokeres libe shema our 26 years it is about 4 years ma won pay 26 now protect me won fear 9 now about Manchester team come on pay now so say man for reservation back come sika me and the price tag me ensa and some as a boy age and am nay Arsenal bobo kono wo some anya smooth run awa kwatano and some na Nico Williams said you know okay I somewhere last year summer cry Barca for no manager say wo your favorite about January and you better just say Arsenal team no nka wo Williams and come for Barca time no brand some attention you know your Barca you didn't can you better just say manager you find Mikel Arteta and some sabi wa bakora na hodam Jamesa can say this summer say Arsenal omo ya akwadano and some abeba na ojo Spain am for crash as the tuja ajami nyina say yes say from Spain almost say womo be say omoma Nico Williams abaya womo highest paid player and I say the highest earner and some our team no not just an oko Arsenal will be on J abro 250,000 pounds a week now was session a gusu alcohol no womo to the about the moment what is sika some other for day akwadana babuano and maybe asadoro and some atimi abasuntina womo be say akwadana the highest earner and some our Arsenal and in excess of 250,000 pounds and also kakra from us by free German second sir Real Betis amount to qualify and Champions League say never took no man maintain Manchester Quadana your friends Antonia your son manager friends Arteta and our branch of Anthony and some other Bania Casa grow so say some gaining just a grocer and some just Arsenal team no one some Anthony because akwadana our form I just know some kakra fluo and some eba who some you know ya de ema ya for Manchester bobo no mami Jean-Philippe Mateta na ya beka se Manchester for peno na Jamaican say yes say Manchester for no club say one more Mateta the unshadan ye serious say and yes serious be an nimre no mom the unshadan push here and some Man United and tell me a links ka be obosho profile na one shadan meet say Manchester for no and some nasi pa amodia no na ama report am second say and some other say we draw reference Sir Jim Ratcliffe and so ya we could come on say na asimo kan some month go am I to buy no was what come out for so born or buy no what Pompey $300 million and man ya January ya what your room na san can you say sikana and by the ending of this year mayu communicate say amount for call area administration and come call liquidation no am san come on am kwelman kamutia so kakra bi pa na san kamu duru ho no and to January clear up so chasa where ma jinkwa wono and a pumpy sika wura and then Manchester driver be agina and tell me when coffee when you say Manchester you know or want to say no and I say v I am manju yentie Jim Ratcliffe
put 300 million. Manchester United would have run out of cash by the end of this year, by the end of 2025. after me having put $300 million in, and if we buy no new players in the summer, if we hadn't implemented all the cost programs and restructurings that we have done over the last 12 months, I do feel sympathy with the fans, but I'm not actually surprised at where we are in the league, because Ruben's only got a certain size of squad he can deal. I mean, you know, quite a number of those players are either injured or they're not available to him. Manchester United would have run out of cash by the end of this year, by the end of 2025.
Kasa alright fanasa Jim Ratcliffe and I'll tell Massa Cabo Syncrophos Camono, what Bama to say was 30 cities no was so Pompey $300 million. Eddie Rock Club Munani and T. Not just run let us and some day up to Tabas and something, you know, yet the Emmy for the second say, Bamuchi Bobo, you say, Akwadana Bobo Cavans are Real Madrid, Omania play, not just Bobo Cavans Liverpool, and a chance when you know some Akontono, Ayadin, Hazen, Metesa by Fono, so say, when you're buying so bad, Amope, so much to me, Fabia Michael Olise, Emma Bana Babanas Liga, woman to me, Fire, Emma Bana so bad, a quaint down Quadia Kodai, woman some never to me at the Federal and Adabano, and some Abba Enwa, and Montoba Enzo Fernandez, a boyano, a son in common Abba back now, Jomo Canning, say, woman of Moyana, Raymond General Enzo, okay, sir, Mediabatu Jassa Boy, Uncle Bia, and a man of the match award, and some other swire, yes, a Chelsea for to say, I'm Bandana Bakwan and Monica, I'm saying, consensus of Bassa, Rich James for Pro Planner, I'm Bandana Chrono, woman you friend and some Montona man and Quadia Dine, Sir Reese and starting Quadia, and a ball, I'm Bandano, Chelsea for same, project, one and some account, one project in Fifin Oyobia, one of some other fighter, and at a queen being ho, and Yamiarma Sami, one of some other Jana Amana, and Biam, once Argentina for no, Yakasabia and Win Tasso, Amaso, Sintau Yapa, woman of Oshagola, I said in the celebration and in the jubilation, and also some city, a Tomofu at Chelsea, what to Chelsea, and Danakuma, so, and Tania Konano Kwambiasono, one of some other stay, and no, I can't Amaso, some at the Eba, now manager first and some Maresca, and some Nico Jackson, Abbas Samuel Muhebi, answer 2 months in here, Nico Jackson, I'm a boy, answer and I'm a Washamo, Nelson Yakran by I started born, hey, Nankabema to Michel go, and I just am copying by a woodwork, now was it by no one, and the press will be our anymore. I just more Chelsea, a different team, and one in Kunkunana for fight man, that about one throw about pressing Kwakra in Kunku. Now, manager said, without a Nico, woman, a different team, and I with Nico, and I said, Jackson, woman, I say a different team, and to a walk down, and some Barcelona manager, woman matches are coming now, woman, some funny game after game, our brain was some one on the soil, as I said, and some I run in the moment, we need matches, and some our run in, Yana Bois, Emma Champions League qualification, and some I come in, France, Adamabom, Yenti, Enzo Maresca.
With the fans, I was just focused on how we, try to win the game, and probably also because it was a derby. In this moment, all the games, they are important, so probably also for that reason. But I have to say that my feeling from the bench tonight was that we had the best environment since we started the season with the fans. I was very happy with the way the fans they were tonight. With them in the way they were tonight, we wanna achieve important things because they push us, they help us. So I'm very happy, and please, if they can do the same until the end, it's good for us. I was just focused on how we, try to win the game.
Jamano Mamo birthday name your man costing so much me side my Chelsea wa brano and your remaining matches in Diana chess and also about your fine party my Chelsea team now you call a league and on sir more now the pressure about say coach now you follow Diego Simeone I was so Pamono now I'm said Diego Pablo Juma Diana Ban about from now when we will be a discussion with me sorry I know who answer the chair Pamu coach nine your who not necessarily was at all preseason no no to okobusa rike sewenso no obusa say to mo pam na adwuma no mo pam na wo be ya na because ono na coach wa Atletico team no enso ngaro na tumpa meso ne wo mo so to manager no adwuma de obobi pa na wo kai omo former defender ye for say Diego Godin say ha say baby Atletico nam ani nyoma enhyeran kwa ni nyina no say wo pe the right man a obetimi adane nyoma wo pe ni pon no obetimi asama boboku a ye for say Atletico ababetu baby o say no enso adru a eno aye coach na for say Diego Simeone eni kwanso mo sake no wo mo makwan ema chese manager no to so na fe wono so anya adwuma no fama boboku a ye for say Atletico Madrid na referee na mabaka na asam cho say nyama ya duma aye 22 days more na chese ye kokoball aye Copa del Rey Kings Cup no when also a Clasico version na report about Cesar Soto Grado wono and the center referee na Cesar Soto Grado anyway yes Real Madrid for say the last time we do omo Clasico Madrid FA win in Tiato ti so no na benya dia ye chese the official announcement no and some abana enwa mame mfanto wanim say yabaka bi ade atro mekana na no pokra se ena meeting abekoso na meeting abekoso nyina no ye Copa del Rey say take it allocation in your man akani nyina no abekoye ba studios no na report am say kan se meeting na chance a ye say aye online enya say bia mo baba in pass na mo Barca rap and what rap and ma bobo kwa fan sa Real Madrid afei obenya rap and ye free aye federation no na bia La Liga so mpa for rap and some awom sarabe a o ma totori mama bibia and some Ayakama Stadium in here and upon show pictures at the mouth. Menu Casa way I am no player su video and a Modiaba Stadium now was Sevilla. You found like a Turia and in here I don't know what you want 22 days more. Now so I say odi yen twema dem nuru wan hwa onka se aha ana na ye adwuma no ansa adwuma bi ansere ram sa grass ne no ba be ye emsa pitch no so adwuma kakra bo mo de no ye de se ho etire yen se bia rollers ane nkrofo yi e ba o adwuma wie na chese ase bibia so kama eti stadium no se say ne current state enso ana wo hwa bie domo kan nyina se bibia be fine bia enso na be kokama a chese no so aye kakra from aso deba na juwe fa announcement to mo de buy ni say losses Real Madrid women Champions League no wuka wom sikani nyina som da boma wom pockete 139 million euros eno as prize money aha ne nuntina na no am sama be last week and say 2 weeks ago ya be yes Florentino Perez ama boys sika so mo je aye Champions League one day other title second one wo trom aye 40 million euros ntiane say 139 now to 40 crowd free more and for so much ana chese bobo kwa fan sa Real Madrid for no wo some pocket ya mama enwa wo training session across on say makacho sa tibu kotoa and some other chese lenin wo nyina so kwa koprabat jemi nyana sa kotoa no yeso betimi training and enwa one training na mo sa kotoa ye training and na bia na chese Valencia for game no wanu some betimi adam na mom Arsenal for ni tia omuntia no muntia ye report am say kan sa tibu kotoa no sabi e kan saba akokura what about them against Arsenal etomusha no so almost son say be Champions League game at just a midweek no abekoso no also be ready enwa wo mo training session about so no wo mo di kan start game kakra akopech no so akoye ne kan say e bia passing draws and no and some aye pass now hwafe wo mo cross it no mo shoot aye baba wi o mo take pitch no so and no aye reduced aye size pitch ana to say wo mo some aye training was attack and defense no and some aye juma kakra bia no and some aye kakra from aso deba na yese Real Madrid for say I say Barca for see in trouble na mu posti na mu delete mo manager so dreaming is allowed na chesa mo president so say manager no quote no yare tapa wonu som agitum dreaming is allowed na chesa ni pade o wiase a e wo so nya dayeso ani so ade hu akoma so de o and some trouble ba some je yes Real Madrid for say what Barca can do Madrid can do and even better and some so much trouble Champions League obi adam say amuna hinchare shomo enti wono omanje ana La Liga so mo de ye ni na mo de wo ho na mo de mo nkasa ho dwi kakra bi a ana mo say Real Madrid de som kasha ho na omo kam mo so to say nyame ya duma on the 26th of this month trophy no enyamo dia and it's a bounce me trouble yes Real Madrid for so for the first time and some not some history mo no wo some go betimi aye trouble no ama ye ye adam say kan say Mbappe enkumo kodi a okay some betu dwabe last week mo say why the first interview in Spanish boy say Ancelotti your coach we your coach papa player biabanya and can Ancelotti anya juma antaya was right we a legendary coach na coach no one in time we want to say be a father figure to say if I will share every down in the moon then problem make say as a owner no on say your papa ebesin what deal sana babano and some to me e do moment also Ancelotti trust for no and we your boss what no be on some no and on your superior e do time Ancelotti also perform and also what down for what me and also time also Ancelotti and also on your coach there's a characters no do so pa your one man coach good morning yes morning no that's it one who come so coach etumi yesane o mani nyina bia boa e ma nyoma so akokama de ma players no na ma me bounce and player ba no na omo so ra aye training grounds omo training and some guys on say one mo ball aye big game e wa bra sa game ba so no one mo Betis inform Betis and Ebona Gavi aye training Andreas Christensen aye training and you go maintenance and some training I just aye good news at my team no na answer and free there Kwesisi be La Liga wo ma change match ball no e be no ma change na ma say color no abaye orange na Lewandowski buy shark ma ba ku na Lewandowski e ba no oba no so monto ball na me ha de ma ba sam so ball na ho tenhwe na wo se de ball no ba nya bi e ho ana se bia ba e ye den na de na koso ni sane ma nyina no a chese akoda no enso mba ye bia chese ni nyina no aye update ana so mba ba to ball ni o ma se aye orange na boys no e di training no ana Lewandowski ba so ya the update ni nyina no and some the ama no ekoso our suite sportiva me control say wo mo kodidi emwa aye players no nko a mama shark ba bia fan say no ball na no ball no ana Barca players no wo so na kodidi e won ye na no bar na chese ahano what wa environment aye serene anye treka bia ni boys no ekodi nkomo celebrate wo mo compa de final di nkomo so kwan bia so awo mo je ebiam and say ba bia mo free ba bia mo ba betu no wo ma ya joma ti boys na nkasa ana kodidi wo mo nkomo e wa bra hano and some kana chese sa dinner no and some baso a ye the update aba onum Lewandowski wo can say maybe a trum na when you frustrated essence na bono supplies in tanko you say I attempts to Hansen Flick one in a season yoma ama and now some babo bono kwani mu supplies na eko unia to me e she goes any adema say and you must some eko fine and so ademano na report am me say kan nyina no and some other say we do Lewandowski as well you say manager ni mom and am say what tuning your mama ni your kwa kama say what chance a match we about bench say na be next game odia ho debaba and cap game na amuko ayaletico na Yamal Lewandowski etna bench answer aye coach bia ayaletico ntinka Lewandowski ebo but manager decided say I was some boy no akọ bench ama Ferran Torres abo onu so ana be to defense I said the only goal yes coach we catch us drew the Champions League and La Liga no so when I was start yes as one Pichichi our La Liga was Saudi and what he top scorer and some our Champions League our Saudi and for European golden boot no when in Mbappe when Mohamed Salah mo na apra and Salah aka Premier League nko a Mbappe ada so am tie was a reserve year Salah be a obenya wo de abasa games out run no and some aka no abra ni nyina no aye update about Danny Olmo good news and sa akoda no yesem so all recover faster than expected and TM say bia nyame ya duma on 15th April when we come against Dortmund I know aye Champions League return leg no metise bia akoda no and some abe available for sa game and some update eba sense mu nyina no ye de emiete for onum sa Hansen Flick ani Deco wo mu kapa na Jameson kan say yes training no one time makwan ema man for me pebi hwe sa say bia coach training na nimpanfo nyina gina so na obi ehwe bi uka say bebi kwa meka say Laporta mo kwa na mo nhira nya basa training ni bi hwe sa o yes the Conquanum, ya coach, and I'm going to say, I priority, no, I'm at a sort of some training ground, Saba, I don't want to tell you about Yamia Duma, MC Champions League, and also Club World Cup, no, about Coso Trophy Tour, a Drew Aya Paris on Shoma Shack, Fanamia Yaba Studios, and a Pano, not just a child trophy now, or I found some just a UEFA president, and so I don't quite any, you know, Jenny Fantino, the Quanum, sir, woman, Adia Court Bobokua, Jaffanisa, no, some PH, almost camp. Amateurs a trophy tono and some aqua yet the empted Emma for another pay life and some our show so real fans Jimmy Butler and also report I mean can say yes wakwa test na test them touches and some say onanya sure sanya bia kware bia na dru ade church na wo gama against damana get up and I say don't tell me more I know and some kakre from us de ba won some nyina no yet the Emma yet for shark you listen afi abega from na yento aso bibia ekupa okay yeah come on kede ya mi super yes aba na ba beto aso anti shara ya no project e bet we course no e was screen so ama me na amanfo so asen ho na omo mfa bi mfam hwe e be siso dia ma anti ya no o na da so o say be say come to me time nyina share code nko a sa but se ka oba penelia I was a man for first guy here. Come to me a time at the moment, Kakrabi at the moment. I don't know, yeah, the million share code. We are Macranum coffee. Let's have my share. Well, you young quick. Yeah, stories now, Yanadi. I am a cassette draw so power. Oh, yeah, I'm a job to be. I started buying. I was begging buying game now. It's for the first and but this season it has been so good for buying domestically now. Europe no, and shouldn't see so much buying even though they still stay at Europe. I'm more try say Champions League no bet me about opinion. It's not really going to be a big game. I brought buying the super bracer now. Yeah, I'm coming in and say one coach I'm a penasem this season happens to be Vincent Kompany. Yeah, no metaka say me say one call dressing room da. Obadwin say coaching ya dey sebe ya. Status in kwa. O she for to no interpretation of codes in methods. Sometimes you do all this stuff plus I want to the okay be say. Yes. The major part of coaching back come the mani hu. After some did coach Sibu, coach Ernest Thompson, coach Adote, coach Amankwa, coach Michael Osei, me this microphone in the dressing room is one major area. We a football fan and you don't see whatever transpires there. Yeah. But so we a coach to be out there and send fans no do at them I can form our fans no. No one kasa office will be your dressing room. Oh, you kind of squad and then man management. Or organize your money now, who do your money as a leader. Now, manage your egos from different tribes, from different backgrounds, from different teams. Now, manage your more. Now, the money you want to say, so when you feel, no one you are doing them, say, about coach Adote, a Didia, not just say, be or share, Steve Walker to me, did not tell someone. Now, so quite a young guy to say Vincent Kompany. You know, your name. When you know your mom, Joshua Kimmich. Fabrice Sosoma, your penny. Kimmin J. Pamicano, Mumu, the same generation, I know Bobo. Ya one ya akwa say you need something extra asan wetimi am register microphone na make o kai se na no le rosani ni ego man konto kwa Pep Guardiola eja no kwan wan nko we are talking about Pep ultimate control boy no coach but Vincent Kompany apart from theoretically everything he understands as a coach how he's growing up to be part of the top job ni man management e wo buying the dressing room hono yawo mimi hu de ekoso ho. But domestically, he's been really doing some fantastic job of fielding. So, my direction said the next 3 seasons, so buying a certain structure way, at the company said, "Oh my yeah, and the necessary guidelines are company with the Champions League." Wow, what is he lacking? What is he lacking? Champions League, yeah, Jose Gino won say 2004 or the Porto G, you know, not Jose won say Roberto Di Matteo by Chelsea now, yeah. From that stage, will take you over the Mokoko G, you know. Yeah, now Roberto Di Matteo, no, if you say, me say, the structure of buying team, no, a cost war said, yeah, respect. I mean, company coach, always a pressure in this. Yeah. Don't forget that he's a young coach, or free Pep Guardiola as an free as an assistant, or free as player or retire. ɛna ɔkɔfa Burnley kukuru
odi kan crack Belgium and as Anderlecht
ko say ne de na kwa to say Xavi ko na ana sele hono de player coach no uti fa nyasem but all bo on knock about Burnley no ehona na demands no
free championship and the Premier League
and one team in Premier for no too much yo na Burnley born na fair no be able company but so I am super sure say and na buying for no share say no this guy Burnley near more match share structurally and near more grounds budget wise the size and the weight of a music asem na company to me ayebi no let's set up our own structure liam put up measures a bit me get the best out of this young coach na yan sure say a guy didn't know towards this job wa yaw ebeye ya and no buying Omo dominate ofie continuously and you man share to Europe he's doing what he has to do but I am sure say European success for buying this season a bit distant in my opinion but the next season or two Vincent Kompany with me lead buying team no at the Champions League ni be Victor Osimhen now say Saudi for no chasing no Saudi for no omo distractors na meka so me distractors omo sika bebre omo de ha adwene pass sie na me go through list no na meka say distractors omo players na omo pick no omo pick players o free team no mu a won hwe ya na ne mebebo atia o je say o ye quickly replace no so Victor Osimhen say Saudi for no penwa one me I feel say e bontia Galatasaray de I to say obi asebe o sorry na pakwa fuom na yawo Besindu want me infro, but to do a say at the Hono Assessa. And can Victor Osimhen market by standard definition of transfer marketer. Commitment and Victor Osimhen. But Nepos and some nationality. Not Victor APP in a Dimrika or Kohono. But at this point, he still belongs to Napoli. Now the volume no catch say it's around 75 million euros.
Yes.
And no na a dan also say Napoli for the town. Sika idea says one may share Victor Osimhen as a persona, what he wants to achieve. The amount of money he wants to earn as a player after retirement, and then two, you do football circles, munkomwa. Strikers are African continent, strikers are Europe, that's short. You did some commonly about Droba now toward Samuel Etoni before Mummy bought Tony Aboa, Mohon Komo, I can one Kokanu, abolish in the bar. You bought Victor Osimhen was Uncommon. Imagine say a pin baby or man Napoli a J capo canon yeri no to us on a dia a bien common oh discuss and coach brisa because on the African continent you don't forget say a produces strikers after strikers after strikers after strikers and even Obama Yamokrano your mom didn't do baby tomorrow. How many times artists will be both drop a boy to the no Obama and the Akakosho Yababo Yebabu na kama dwene kyerɛ me sɛ asɛm wagya yɛ kakra wɔ club football ɛwɔ Europe a ɛkɛde bɛ kam yɛnu no ho national team football ade aduru ba ɔno dwen so ɔyɛ ade a ɛtɔ yɛ bia me jano me de ne deɛ no bɛma no mɛteke ne green ɛtɔ AFCONs a wagye whatever Baby Jet and GB but the World Cup records are Baby Jet so ayɛ no and of course AFCON records are ayɛ no me de ne mɛka tu no but club football deɛ two no be separate from Baby Jet na Victor Osimhen so right now oko Saudi akwa Jessica no in my opinion Chelsea are looking for a number 9 Arsenal are looking for a number 9 PSG are looking for a number 9 better than Gonzalo Ramos. Are you looking for such projects or come Madrid akwa pair Mbappe and the lead line or obako replace Lewandowski or Barcelona? It's all down to play and Ankasano on ideas in terms of the career, what he wants to achieve.
Yeah.
But yaw, Nimi na se Victor Kasa opesika ni se kan Saudi. Se Victor Kasa opeso bo general sir. I've told him say clubs we are available on Chusubako, but I would never subscribe to age way of Anko Saudi. But Saudi for you jump him on. I'm back from Minoko, before Mahrez, I'm before John Duran, Sadio Mane, Mototo. So they can do whatever they want because they have the money. Now, Victor, what's your decision with regards to this deal?
African India say because Wontumi Ballon d'Or or African best maybe. But what drew no about titles because of Napoli after how many years? 30 years.
Yeah,
you understand. So baby what drew no about say be secure the retirement Yo, I understand these clubs are bomb no. Man U, Chelsea, Arsenal, Impo, PSG no. So more bar almost see can the man was because of level now Simeno. I didn't want to do but Saudi be far more. But who can I say so stay with Europe now? Obenyas cano. I say possibly titles now day. Yeah, I can. Me, my opinion. There's another situation is different from to say be a kudus modiano. Very different. Very different. In my opinion, money isn't everything. Victor still has the age. Victor, if you say. Why would you rush in going to Saudi at this point? And I only the Saudi the other what would you 26 years? 26. But 4 years for Europe, 30. Saudi. What quantum cry? Money is not always the deal. Money isn't always the deal. We Victor Osimhen Sinchaya, who is the next African striker? Obetimi Aboni din say, "Only the Africa na ball Europe." Are we looking or talking about Adimula or who? Antoine Semenyo. Jordan is almost, drawing down the curtains on 33 years. But Victor here, me pese kunya 4 solid seasons. Obabo. Akwame Maoli Benjamin say legacy doesn't pay bills. Victor should go in for the money. On the new, Hannah be a free no because then Hazard a free Madrid no. Hazard was like, I say. Mumunim say me nyobia me sesika ono mpabo ba ko betimi ahye for month onte so mo boys ne hyewe ni na wato ne baabi aha nti ono enti na ma from Madrid one hand so okọ Saudi and I say be yourself back to Europe no because ko beti akọ wo nyeska on niska no on spend it skaro ho akọ so anya abobe tu aka spend it obey necklace atu kom ne boarding African you be talk as a was nti o so ko piska no. Now I think we see a radio station ye bie back we be a Saudi for any chairman a cabo no ma bie Wontumi and next e was Saudi one ye se bra na be adwuma cabo kwa na on ba to me ho
is he the issue about Victor Osimhen anywhere that's on Saudi what advice say Bugatti ni chains I can say there true I love the African players anytime on be moving taking absolute control over their finances has always become a problem for them. So as now can it holds water. But Obia and Sana Obia be enter into any field of endeavor there is a dream. So Pusa Victor Osimhen as a kid I've always loved to play for Manchester United or Chelsea. That is my personal dream. I could be anyone who be some questions they say we see a kind one here. The first comment to be making about money. It doesn't happen. It's about chasing a passion and actualizing the dream. Our teams in our person born. Yes. So here Victor Osimhen, the profile no somehow a very clinical forward. At least we show our the Italian Serie A or the Napoli RGBB. Basenka and Napoli ni be Manchester United be a dream. Okay. Odion Igalo. He was somewhere, but who reading the interview about when Manchester United called. So sometimes, and I say a lot of the times, it's not about Sikano per se, but manning sounded as if said these players omunisika. But if the players now cause out the nina, Oshomo delve deeper, not many. In terms of the listing names, notable names now, and then the key names be Madrid in the hand for this player. So at the American Barcelona in the hand for that player.
Yes, so more now more call Saudi no Ukumuya. And yet Pina and I say Barca here din.
No, they are not players.
Madrid penny been a one man or they call her.
Fancy Upel. The continent of America and Africa. Produce talent, a boundless and standard. But to be regarded as a great in the game, you need to prove it at the hub of football. That is Europe. That is where Obiapa's Obo. Inti Neymar Jr. making headlines whilst he was in Brazil. But Europeans, the tagline be because and he needs to come and prove the worth. So Neymar had to jump in. now about European continent. Bashe Firmino, N'Golo Kante, Riyad Mahrez, the rest. Which players we move into detail. Khalidou Koulibaly. They don't have a lot to offer again.
Okay.
Firmino, what else? And then Liverpool will be here free no him. Riyad Mahrez, he has proven on the big stage. He has been awarded the African Footballer of the Year. Waje the Premiership title back-to-back occasions. So he has actualized the childhood dream of playing in top European league. But why is no more Euro? But Salah just saying, £300,000 a week. What the Saudi people are doing, they are trying to lure, but you can't change the hub of football from Europe. Because the dream of every athlete, and they say, me person me call Olympic Games, not to chase money. I need the first talk,
the gold medal.
Yeah, bisa say Saudi and Nes Wontumi ba, but yaw, what was he incommodie? They na menya nanka. Me ye adwuma wo Angel FM wa musika menya na me ye adwuma wo Kesben wa musika menya na me ye adwuma wo Wontumi enye sika na oboy you were in for that recognition. Oh baby obi ebe won say yes, there came a guy who was good at this thing. Not necessary for Sikano. Sikano here added prove you worth no. Yes, it comes.
Newton Kesben we are.
But
now Wontumi ba they
no question say so Osime about three seasons in Europe. No twaso air consistent from here. They chase from Saudi no and see that they will still come in for him. Okay. So it's not necessary about Sikano.
So I think this guy should really hit the next 4 years, you know. Taken fast away Europe. No back Pisca or Fabio Capello story now, you know. Emme de Par said, continue here in Chianeco. Milana Kwako drew Bia. He made mention of the squad under Arrigo Saki, who bought the key core members of that squad. Look, I say Europe about drew stage Bia or Bia Konechi Kakra. Make football and common AD. Football about drew by Bia say European top giants will be a Konechi Kakra. Look at Bayern going for company. Let me make sense to everybody out there, but they thought we need to start from the scratch in terms of having our own structures, you know, on the field. There, it more be a friend or bar, garden. Look at what Chelsea did with Maresca. Basically a restart. We coach now Juan Sana Maresca. I say I drop it. Say yeah, started from the scratch. Look at Barcelona, baby on Susuka crack. Digging deep in the La Masia and San Oba. Madrid of all clubs. I can fast you from a kitchen maba and. Fabio Capello reminded me land for say a Juma moye ni no a drum say aswa ba na etin subio no moko na chia Milan academy players in which akoko Fabio. If Milan decides to invest in Italian players, they still need to be Milan level. Quality always makes the difference. But let me say this, if two players have the same quality, I would always choose Italian. Italian no kuntunu na me de baba share no. He's trying to tell us say at the time when Milan, sorry, you know, the core part of that Milan team, you know, not Italians and an yeah, silent community. Upper check it, Chelsea dominance. The core no English for. Upper check it, Arsenal there, Tony Adams more, and the day Arsenal buy. They had the core of the English guys, so team Sana Seven. French for no room. Spain, sorry, Barcelona, sorry, and Pep Guardiola. No, the core was the Spaniards. You know, me and Sana won't feel me Modino, I wouldn't deny me, but to defense on my Puyo, Piqué, and I would show. Look, even Madrid, they had the core. Casillas and Ramos in here, and Cavani. It's always been the case, but Capello anye fair. And Kofia Mabubo Bonina, no, yeah, one funny thing, and traditionally, Yana can't say. Barcelona from the corner a Spain for yeah know what the country be and the count. It took Barca Brazil or Argentina for go down in the history. Osha Arsenal English and a French players. Osha Madrid the same thing. I'm call Latin, I'm the Spain for us also. It has always been the case. Milan Diano Italians and the Dutch. Sa route no and the Mano Raiola a bar football was agent. Now almost Masumano, Mano Raiola players in here Bibiana Masumano. Now Dutch contingent in the door so Kakasa about 10 Mano Raiola.
Say Otimino more Euroli.
Otimini players in the days I was so way here we law firm we person assist we. Oh yes, Sani mana I feel no benya players no I say okay say work angel. Now don't or blaster players be as any data so mono roller no on the Dutch for neba na Capello Casem be chair say Oceanisia or bo Italian Baresi or Maldino or Costa Cuta or Tassotti Filippo Galli or Bobo Munadi. Yo, look at the squad. But Capello and your fair, my said this I no free hefa. France. Cafu no free hefa. Did no free hefa. Why are you telling us this? Rui Costa, the modern day number 10 or Pevi way in my Kakane João Felix Mo. One more request D. Wow, one more seed of D, one more gullet D. Van Basten, na Frank Cracker there. So it was a blend, a marriage of the Dutch and the Italian, a former year Milano. Now, Ochiba when him say and say Ibrahimovic need to go Silva Moe. What Bob Donnarumma did say Obama Moje Seriano, the Tego Silva Omidi, one more Ibrahimovic D. Why you not being fair?
So come on the chromophone.
What come on chromophone? Why not being fair? Nancy Akaka Mama Yajuma, Ronaldinho Mama Yajuma. Oh, Capello wasn't fair. None of the times checking time Milan need players offer or fight telephone or fight Argentina for Cambiaso. They brought on those guys from the latte because our blend here is so smooth. It is so percent Milan or Coney roots, you know, dear. Check the kind of players you buy today. Pulisic, Rafael Leao, Monaco for Mubano. How did they put themselves together to form a team?
Whoa, now, breaking news that you say there be out I follow your stories are meka. I've heard Kevin De Bruyne air calling a quit. Your season at Man City. On to Asubi Mobeko as a free agent. There's all number 10 and 1 son. Yes, I said your pep busy about transfer market to mono. Well, yeah, what we are
now. Me wo baako, but oh yeah, whom you know whom I say. Yes, not just say no, but let me share one piece. Be transfer story. Manchester are interested in Jokeres.
Me almost say you.
And Nigerian Felipe Mateta.
Almost say we know in the transfer fee, in the salary. Wontumi man say Jokeres. No, them say yeah Arsenal.
Yeah, me catch a guy. They say more.
I don't know so man you pay
the come catch a guy some more today. So oh pretty much to town crew. Ma come here home no.
Beza bra we na what was
na masa no tintin trinti omuko mu nyina no na ati bi catch we play asema ne ma. Muko chinchim Chelsea for us akofa Rafinha munya. Muko chinchim Chelsea for us afa fancy. Interestingly, I think Kevin De Bruyne redefined a certain era in the Premier League. Emma ne kona all free Manchester City akono ho de mano. But the other question I may be saying is why in the betimi ama Manchester City and a player being the betimi replace Kevin De Bruyne?
Question
fancy share born Kevin De Bruyne be born Manchester City no. He did not only make Manchester City Premier League champions, but he wrote his name in the history books. Say omo breki a certain team there na a show mo kon between Omo and Manchester United, which is the red side of Manchester. Manchester United could have 13 Premier League titles. Manchester United did not make trouble. Now Manchester United are yet repeating it twice. They be about Guardiola, but say Guardiola be defining Manchester City style of play. It is true, yes, but the role change around Manchester City team no. Wontumi nka na unyi Sergio Kun Aguero mfrim.
Yes.
Wontumi nka na unyi Yaya Toure mfani mfrim. David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Zabaleta, Kolarov. Some boys no di kan ba first crown on beji City si ho no. Fernandinho mu. Ansa ka la so be ye ne de. Edi bi aba be hyem no. Sankofo no ye ntimi ntwa mu njata.
On for Balotelli in Kahuana.
Balotelli so ho. Why always me? But I think playmaking in the Premier League have taken a different shape. Fancy the ma Kevin De Bruyne at the end of them Sonko Kakane say. We've seen the likes of Dennis Bergkamp in the Premier League. That particular playmaking role in the number 10. Yehunu players me to say when Rooney what Bobby are not boy even as a second striker. Because when Rooney not to be boy as a winger, not to be boy as a 8, not to be boy as a 10, not to be boy as a 9. Yababe Joko. Oh, Premier League him. Quality player. Yababe Mesut Ozil, top player. Sha most of these players. But the level of consistency and the impact of Kevin De Bruyne, where does he also rank among these players? Fancy, me say in the history of the Premier League since 1992, top playmakers in the Premier League, top 5, Kevin De Bruyne will be there.
From 92 to date.
To date.
Top 5.
Top 5. Kevin De Bruyne will be there.
Wow.
He's going to be there. The reason why our playmakers need to be ahead of me is I'll pick somebody like Ryan Giggs. The number of Premier League titles and the assists are what in the history with the Premier League. Terry Henry on your typical number 9. Sometimes you play as a playmaker for Arsenal or from the wings. But the Terry Henry be pay more kaka. Kevin De Bruyne babe shame. Or many namusa no more team. But who comes in to replace me marketing? So you say player benefit mama numbers are Kevin De Bruyne at the moment the consistency.
I know na ma Pepe ni abre Pedri so no.
Pedri
di Enfa onya.
Enfa.
But no ni abre pa but you so count Florent Vet.
Florent Vet at DM. I'm a city betting me about room
Alonso mo pie di Alonso mo kodia.
Because
Leverkusen team.
No, Leverkusen ne Ancelotti. The Real Madrid issue no ekonkonho. Now no me better now say me catch you say the only way Carlo Ancelotti will leave Real Madrid is this season. Say be a obeko trophyless. So Ancelotti G League no Saudi Champions League now forget about him leaving because he feels so much comfortable around these players and the players also feel so much comfortable around him. A match made in heaven. Alonso no so taking your maybe taking notes be kakra say onyakra ko besa tena Leverkusen beam. Na kwasa to aso de afiri.
Na no mbusa no one count. Unlike last season.
Yeah,
at this stage.
Some komo no did be adu. But Real Madrid no be free on my conditional. Fancy. Florentino Perez has Ancelotti at the league. No akwaje Champions League or say Ancelotti ko Debbie. It's a conditional and men a betre. But only Florent Vet a born now or born or Leverkusen no be digadula and semua. But the only competitor for Florent Vet many Manchester City be pre ho Bayern Munich because Bayern Munich will interest wo mu pa. Bayern Munich will love to get Florent Vet at all costs. But all Bayern Munich set up any almost squad ne kro mu na o Jamal Musiala o Michael Olise o da so Leroy Sani o da so Kingsley Coman. Fancy the number 10 rule no kwara so ka say o 4-2-3-1 no mo so mo do no na ba be replace Thomas Muller. But Thomas Muller no kono the Florent Vet na ba se say number 10 Musiala ne ball na obo no de be call wings. All the name wings that means not all bench wingers in the back either Kingsley Coman or Leroy Sani. Because on the other part Michael Olise never won in na. But Abranti we super set or Ginny Dean and moving itself to a different stage. Anka Omra England number one be from Manchester City and Guardiola.
Vet no.
Omra
because Pep Florent Vet
Omra
Jamal Musiala and ba ko bi obenya bia no.
Florent Vet ne be fit perfectly well.
Okay.
Looking at the system of mobile bow for Leverkusen, the technical qualities Kutano, and then the ability when it comes to be as a stamina and maybe a Taronwa, he's a solid player. Obetima complementary players no more Manchester City nina. By City rebuilding no more no. Me heard Guardiola players no so mo do mo banasisi anu akonya Kusanov, Ruben Dias ni Natanake mo,
Victor Hayes
so aba. O de ono so to nche akofa Umama Mush kwapo do direct replacement for Julian Alvarez. Kono kwa no mo ntimi afo biaba but City ntimi replace Riyad Mahrez
na mo ka say Savinho ebe
ontimi Riyad Mahrez bo no bo Man City no ontimi Foden na bebo bi kakra ba wa beje player of the season this is Ibrahim Wuru de oye Ike Gandoga na kwasa aba City ntimi replace no okoye ama City asa akofa na sa de naba na Kevin De Bruyne Fancy said Guardiola man you careful. I be take you mo 2 seasons. No man take you mo choice ye. No man for Florent Vet na for na ma. It might take them even 2 or 3 seasons to replace him. Very difficult task. Number of assists that Kevin De Bruyne with the Premier League. Number of goals have Kevin De Bruyne been decided in the Premier League. Fancy the impact even from the bench. Time grandpa so agono kram. Obemwa City who train and no more be your be done in the face of the game the crown. Masa the replacement na ding. Florenvet ne deɛ City Mpiska no mura ho ontimi replace no solidly ono so at different quality and every Manchester City, but he's your ultimate playmaker. You would love to replace Kevin De Bruyne in this team. Okay. Liverpool, why a story? Senkomo he Arao say hey Liverpool mo mpae bi bo mo mpae pass Virgil van Dijk nenko.
Anti Van Dijk kwa Liverpool ne oyo vana.
Na wo fa hwan na be replace Virgil van Dijk. O adapt we kura na mbuo mo asisi no. Matata mo ne sa nkofo no mo strikers no mo pim. O say o for center back bi ba enye center back ne nyaade o. But some players we no omutimi town say the first 3 months no
settle here.
Yeah, be bo wasu time. Yeah, be press na we pem na we do sia. But Ronald Araujo no be free Barcelona na. Sikasem ne say is it the perfect fit for Barcelona? What Virgil van Dijk gives Liverpool no e be na Ronald Araujo betimi di abrena na abre Liverpool. First me ametie Virgil van Dijk is a complete different profile from Ronald Araujo. Oh, a different profile cry. Because Liverpool kunati Liverpool jawo kwanza whatever Virgil van Dijk gives to this particular team no it goes beyond yan tackle yan famrika because he offers a certain level of leadership qualities. When the timing of interceptions, when they all go into the tackles, look at the aura he carries at the back line for Liverpool. The better to Okrano, call first one pass, it means a transition defense into attack. Or him Mohamed Salah no to pass the back see. Or share Nuneza no to pass the back see. Ara will beat my head man. And the scrutiny ness our England no who replace you say sometimes when I know about the player now will be replacing the scrutiny na media and they be ma no
omo de obe toto no omo de obe
compare player will be ye bia yes Van Dijk wa han ko nye ni say yes Van Dijk ko say kura no nye ni say but Liverpool will be very much happy say Trent Arnold-Krapo ko na Van Dijk na tena na Salah no so aka no ho a they will be very hopeful say they can transition well into another phase of getting another trophy under Ancelotti if they should win the Premier League. And yes, sir, Virgil van Dijk replacement in the day. Fancy, moko for this season, we for Biba. Made the first match. Fancy. Only Sheffield United for the new the championship strikers in Ibibe Bama Bakwa Bejeje Matete Washington Chelsea say no oboso ajeje ada so panyan na border net Kusan of buy one game per boy no pressure corner so the subsequent games no club no club na yem sisi kakra. This is the Premier League oba anwe ba obi ne Van Dijk film kakra no aba na we aba no kosa. The transitioning is really going to help Liverpool. I remember some player and Crampo adapted. Even when he makes a mistake, they remember there is Virgil van Dijk over there that can help them do a lot of things. Fancy, Juventus ultras for natural letter they are Fabio Paratici say massa. Agnelli say money may be a team new baby.
There's someone's mentioned doing it.
Club no almost say wo we chairman we a penny. But club in your dear. But there is a thin line between understanding where your club is and managing your expectations. Fancy, the standard you put yourself will always make sure say your expectations need to say was run as a form. Juventus standard on one is almost dominated the Italian Serie A for a long period of time. Now, on my expectation here say Afibia Omanya Hekran also multimedia the Italian Serie A. But what is the reality? The reality is the current crop of players who Juventus say no ain't fit to win the Italian Serie A. The quality of coaches are Juventus point to mono are not fit enough to move this team to the higher height. Supporters nak sem no more Canadian. Fancy, maybe the team no and no more there they could literally find different ways to handle this issue through fan engagement or something of that sort, which is send the Omas and Mamuto. But the reality is Juventus is not the club we used to know. And your master, they've not been able to replace Bonucci, Chiellini, Bazzagli. They've not been able to replace players with Carlos Tevez. They've not been able to replace players with Del Piero. They've not been able to replace top quality players on my free team. And I want to almost striker. Vlahovic, debi amebu some who question say. Strikers ni bi won mu a omu 3 year. Fancy debi amekasa asem we say obi an baby a wu ya wu na ne ti kotoye.
Avram Rata.
Because Vlahovic no me say na hu an exceptional striker bi asa. Me nim say mo exceptional mamo a.
Aerially.
Just me no so striker bi a
o use it in there. He's there.
Me hu no so striker bi a. Na Vlahovic o me nim say Fiorentina no bogos. Now Federico Chiesa even comes to Juventus. You see, playing for Fiorentina is different from playing for Juventus. Juventus need the standard. Oh, Italy one of my what's all about team Boboni. Lukaku, obet match in Italian teams in the baby Obekobiabama numbers. From Roma to Inter, from Inter to Napoli. Marcus Thuram Abey, there's Lautaro Martinez who keeps on scoring. Wow, Juventus strikers a goal, so one a bit million and 1 to 2. No. But this highlights the importance of having supporters who demand accountability. And I think, sir, we are earlier. Obetinasiaka said, "Oh, transition this particular Juventus team, no, one idea in terms of player acquisition and the kind of coaches. Now, Juventus here the more than a pelo mundo coach.
Now, more Chelsea abaso.
Yeah, more Chelsea abaso. Now Chelsea set up Tiama news.
Hey, Steve, my way.
Another be almost all. Nene mo kwa team se mutu na masa betete na masa show mo ifo tui na
Steve bro
na post go go ba no ye mate no free said that for mo
who's about starting or far power be
you say I'll stick to my principles mate ka say that for
well Steve you
yeah fancy me that say you see football and football pundits and we are not experiencing good quality players because of some benchmark and how I regard them. You see, what can about Kevin De Bruyne eventually what decided to be free City. Now I come here about replacement. You see, there can never be a replacement for Obi individual quality. That is where as pundits you're getting it wrong. Set Newton Tihei in some Obeka how he delivers the analysis and how he goes about so best summing up everything. It will be entirely different from Obia. So looking for a replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. And then the high standards are setting at the Ama footballers in a and my intimate appreciate footballers or currently. And Romelu Lukaku did very well at Everton. And a Devils for ya this Ikako fan. Or by it's as if said Lukaku Bobo no Congo, but he was still playing the English Premiership. Supporters knew who said Lukaku ni Omu that Sana Pesa Michel so Munshed. What you born 1 2 years in a touch and call 5 meters ahead of Nibutu no. Marco has starts now. Oh, she good.
But my you for because Lukaku Everton, so from Everton to Man U.
Yes, or share 45.
And then what come here? Yes, I'm born about so we're reaching 400 career goals. No, me my joker say unko you who ya pa. I've always seen Lukaku boot.
So Lukaku to boot.
Oh, opportunity. Etna TV so ne radio so send ye. Yeah, can who be na? Why look, dear, Ubia can look. You see,
Sharaka, so we are. But my you for me, Lukaku any power. What's happened? What's happened? Joker, Massa, yeah, just for the Oma, me, sure say, Ebia, sa backlash, Lukaku facing. Our United offices, so much. Yeah, of course, I'm by. Okoye, a sound by. But we don't say. Send them you can't be no more see a patch of bra. Lukaku beba.
You see, Fancy, the reason here the current generation of players go through situation and then say we always want to compare. Tilami Yama Yinitia see new Messi. He can never be the new Messi.
Yes.
But he can be Lami Yama. Was say we are Sijitum say he's a different player. Was say yeah appreciate no. Now enjoying the football or the abano. Till Lukaku touch no because oh when Rooney was one can you say no be no Ruud van Nistelrooy only Ruud van Nistelrooy or Romelu Lukaku. And see Akomiasani I can say you are looking at Ronald Aroho, you see, coaches are magicians. They only tap into the hidden qualities of players. Say, no more use it to the advantage. And say, Aroho might not be playing the way Virgil van Dijk able, but Liverpool from now to the end of eternity cannot stick to the way Virgil van Dijk able. There should be times best entirely. Ebia unya center back or fine the composure but the reading of the game no so ya dey be wosro. Be quality bia Van Dijk krani.
Yes.
But ni nyina no every na buy statistics. And yes obi e twa na kese e kura no the numbers beto statistics. Back then Masachum na wa Omo share Kotoko team from the 90s by see we you brutal with your man that you different because that time no the dream to play for Kotoko no say what mean your opportunity and no you have it and what drew
that time Kwana stars mentioned
yes into do free atonso ne aboabo na hwese yeah champion ono so nya appearance of Kotoko but the current generation no onam ni agent bi ni nadamfo coach no enya abo nti the importance of be attached to senior net tie back then unya ne sa that means performance no so ntimi nkoye sesa ne tie but the betima say we should just appreciate the almost so dey ba nti Kevin De Bruyne dey play bi anywhere so betima replace no yeah ni nia oyema Manchester City.
There is nothing like replacement.
There can never be replacement. You just enjoy Obi. Yeah. Send you out here who see. So the mamia, I can never operate like you are operating. But I'm assuming the star people have to appreciate.
Yes.
Until Munya boys and not do munimbo no mumbo. Na enjoy football. Sean Wright Phillips can't send me. Now some no can you chrome hand can come police for no action the CCA. Say Okahona obo teams bika. I say Jadon Sancho no oji two masses ne goals in a Chelsea and take a risk of signing him. Now Chelsea season ni na diama edge go is because oma ye niema bia ni nyina a risk. Coach ni a risk. Players almost sign omu nyina a risk. And omakofa an English boy. But share the behavioral traits of English players more unique talent no kwa and omo born here different. But the typical English boy, at so be o table fie. He's under no pressure to move out. Intini trimu ya de. Sana English boy.
Typical English boy.
Yes, sana musuba ete.
I company busu fie no because be into
that inti pressure ni so
quarantine night.
Yes.
Wo dey wo.
Inti o she Jadon Sancho de na at Borussia Dortmund. He was doing well. And then because the environment of finding itself, there was competition. But about England, pundits as footballers will be backing him. But any other player, come back and say, it has been a failed English attempt. This gentleman signing for Manchester United, I knew it was a disaster in waiting.
Then,
especially coming to Manchester United. Because the ethics and the environment at United, and Yadia, a penny Jude Bellingham, if he had joined Manchester United, similar thing would have happened. But Wakoto into a team, he's surrounded by achievers.
So you tap into it.
So I'm motivating. I don't know why I do Borussia Dortmund. Now fee oba Chelsea no. She baby, I feel crowd there. Sean Wright Phillips say, young bonus number 10. Once ni game ni nyina predominantly it has been on the wings. You see, typical of the English, they will not criticize their own.
Enra, me say omon crofo no ba kwa post man you handles no ba say we say or man you fan bat ne bokura fu Sancho born and no bono because you are the very same player manager na can twice this season say you should always be shooting. Bon be shishane na ntama we be in advantageous position just my power.
Now fancy the funny side of Sancho move to Chelsea ni say we had a profile of Sancho anubia na hosin odo ekita omuja no kwan man okoi. You see, Nicholas Jackson, he has come under immense criticism over the course of the time at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And Umporosha goes in the view, almost in a touch. I say, and this is a Chelsea team I struggle no for youngsters around them. Barosha baby a Cratchy afa and no abedru Chelsea Nidia. Kaya probably obebua ko Palmer. Ama team letimi asa arise bima it should be Jadon Sancho. But England ni wabefie. Omu kuta microphone or sro. Omu nyina beka biama no. Because me who be that say player about 2 goals no ashe. In as many games. Oko head the wager. A team solve Somalia for nyina problem. But this gentleman is failing to hit the ground running, and still they are rooting for him. Say Chelsea nonko tying it down. But
Nana Kwame Achia on Facebook say Grealish went over a year before scoring a league goal. He drinks like a somoroje, yet you don't hear his name all over the English media. Yet Anthony was branded rubbish in his time at United. The more Canada, Jamie Carragher, no. I did be in was Salabay in effect. But Wontumi can he another day. Say any other player and a homegrown to say be your man tonona Casero Messia so good so about ye Gary Navo. No about it. Real Ferdinand and Quani Drew baby I say what miss such a mocana quanich so no boy no munyana man because man tres kind of cotono. Why ya debut also ye be I day Eddie Amamo into Brenner's now so quiet I was so a day. Oko. Onye she Bible say Jamie Mono na modern na mo ntimi nkanse ne ye
near Jamie can he's a scouser of Liverpool kronum wa omo no mo bro from omo kan wonti until you just be mopping up for another scouser the omo nyina kan nyina no e calculated they know what they are doing but for a boy omo for an age 6 na team na hwe ne say onye transition best coaching guidance up to this point now any dream of moving abroad you just inform the club early enough so that they know what to do. Fancy, we are sure say no, Enyemia he can be replaced, but Osha another. Say oh man, transfer price tag.
Obi betting about to replace.
Yes, a position they don't even worry. Or we go. Osha is say Arnold. You see the price tag now, around. See Osha the quality the ball, you peg it around 80-85 million pounds. We are sure passer or contractor Real Madrid will come for it. So Bebusa about Arnold.
Negotiate, but
they won't.
Price, no.
They won't. But Sana Meche some time ago, no. So Bia also defending Liverpool badge now. It should be Arnold. When you knew said this is the move you want to, Liverpool will not because Liverpool near club are stopping players from moving. Luis Suarez left. Felipe Coutinho left. So Liverpool near club now. Sadio Mane left. And they replaced them. But near gentlemen,
Obi see Bruno Pep Mefa Bruno Fernandes. Obi see Pep Mefa Bruno and I want Asana make and they won't see.
And car would I be contract and engineer.
New Bruno to mind you. Number Kevin De Bruyne for
I say so omo kura omo you know omo itiade no enyunu enkura ni omo training ground
Bruno Fernandes to but omo asa pep de omo asa to anu abamo because one Bruno no proving our Premier League no mo
United akoko be there that is the day Ameja to say United go
na sisi awo
na nyesika de ba mo niska omo uska
oh there be asana me time City ne standard club na kasa stage now oh akoko be there no about the fact
they say akoko be there na akoko ndo do say club
Real Madrid akoko say Eda City ebe for United akoko be there na akoko be there any be na obo this is Bruno Fernandes
we are the best idea so I dey we akoko be there
akoko be there sada na mo say United agu apa
our top player in
City before United player.
Now Rashford man so
there you na
Rashford way.
Na ya gona ma City aboy aso park so a ade edidi woni mpanyisam a yedimi ama City abefa.
Sivo ka se mo ma ne ko. O se kala se na Jude ko madoda. Ana ko be ka so ko be catch you so on ko ko.
Say true.
Ana yo so far so.
No be.
Na no ko say Joker so ko awo. O chibu camera to me so mo hwe manimu.
Well, couple break.
Yes, but fancy me Papa Frane.
Okay, Papa
Frane. O tissue no coaching. Na yencha na prempe personal assistant to Coach Godwin Atram. and a team manager for Okwawu United.
Okay, well, couple brana yemra miriam na fi yen hwede afifie so ba fie so the pa but Sharak me so yema me medical card say Dominion Center Assemblies of God Church ewo atremade jumedi no eba so na we no heaven on earth my worship jumedi no na eba so enu nie heaven on earth my worship na nyame ya no Sunday eba ya nwumre 4:00 ewo asore ho Dominion Center ho ana jumedi no eba so na Reverend David Ohene Donto ono ana program no esi ne so awuru Jojo ahin eba Sunday asare enso ewom ana Reverend Dr. Hanamafo enso ebebabi na chese wo munyina tuansa na Stella Precious emunyina nso ebeba a chese nya dwumade keto kra anyuntofo mo na no eba sentiade nyum ana chese eba be yi ahini ewo Dominion Center atramade behina se ho e stretch no so ana aye program ya beba so ntia momra na momejama bibia no enso anya fa me ho Sunday nti kapo momra bi ko nyum de chede kwa fosu no nyum na de bubu ni nyina ehia pa very necessary
ya ba betachi
yes
am som de ehia
pa wo kapo yenkwe
wo fans ye ni nkomo kakra en Roma o local no na afi ye we se de nuoma sigwa Sharak obema me ne Mohammed Ahmed Polo ono dribbling magician maybe a twem no si academy house of vocal sign about the Black Stars of Ghana according to Wikipedia watro was I dribble more than Messi na so mo hwe Polo no o mi say wa twebo a wa bebo e was as you so ne de wa dribble crache Messi nemo the videos ni ade ne enyanti ana Polo ne accolades no onya na Mohammed Ahmed Polo sub Black Stars of Ghana ya matches na boy no ya boy Chad any Madagascar e ma 6 points so World Cup qualifiers na ye bonum no say consistency ade a ehun behia ama Black Stars ye say qualified dia ese matches na kan ne kosobo na fe ye win Mohammed Ahmed Polo the dribbling magician Erika Kra yen gamer and I say a match as away ni munuyama betimi akwe Sharak former sportsman Minister Neil Antivanda Poinso on Black Stars ono zo watena chire e monitor Ghana yen games na de ba ko betimi akai the fear factor Ghana Black Stars edu ba bi ni yakobo match na teams no opponent no musuru eno ana say sign efa bium na boa yen e ma Ghana yetimi ekoyenim.
And I will want us to build a team that will show resilience, that will show improvement, a team that will strike some fear in any country, any nation at all. That when you hear that you want to play Ghana, you get a bit scared. It doesn't matter whether you are Argentina or you are Brazil. You know, there was a time when, due to the performance of Nigeria in terms of quality of play, almost every country was scared of Nigeria. Recently, Senegal, they were not just winning matches, but if you look at their play, you get scared. You understand? And when they are playing, their confidence level is so high, it doesn't really matter whether
Yeshia omo maka Cameroon no ni Nigeria ne omo maka Senegal eso omunzo musuro ye no ana Neil Antivanda Poide hon kansem kakra eri tudwa don seme de bebe rem the Ghana Premier League outstanding games e course on has ebo omo de enra na omo any nations e Tuba Astro Tev no so ma Razak Simpson ono ne twatna no the man nations ama has work intimi anti-canity obama me Razak go no na ya hwe ball no de bebi o page ball no edito na etene de go no e fey pa onya bi hwe ya ye be go no e de ama won se de boy no enso e de ball no to atena mu enra na e fey pa no ye e de ma hwe we e be contest for Puskas Awards ono kwa wakadada se go no de e fe papa Razak Simpson na coach Kasim Mengel after say game ni we as a coach go na no be kan wan asem na so go no hu ni say no so oni word I will betimi dey describe go no Razak Simpson no so e kasa yebusa ne say go no hu ni say ne modemo e o game no say no si no so ball no dey or Bonnie and Nemo go no so dear na FA. There's a pressure. Okay, I know some kakra coach. And they had to do a mame scoring opportunities. No, it was 2 big chances. Team in Nyai. SNK Mushe. And it's a coach Nekase. Players in the do baby among so many mo kakra na mo because real opportunities are omunyaye 2 big chances in your main team answer. And do baby now could blame coaching so na mbia one fair to the coach. Until players and also do baby are more happy game no near said and Enso City because now goalkeeper Benjamin Asarin so now or monitenra more Emma no Jena home kakra in tenra na or stance in more now or monitor Black Stars goalkeeper Benjamin Asari Ghana's #1 you say or no na #1 or them edema enra no no so Jena maja or monitor said and Enso City or nese kakra and also ewum enono na unim say game no course no ma enuama bebre enso etimi esie na ohwe said enuama si venu na samana meka no ene house of work any NSA na kushia. Yes, Oma Kushia, yes, we are NSA Director General, Ampo Frankra, and a senior journalist, and I will say Alaja Kambini has in Penifono, and Umutinasi, Omo Yadwin to Asabeya, Omesaba back to Accra Sports Stadium Nafi, Omabisi Omakenji Vansi, Ebekona Fieti conversation, Kakre course, NSA, and it has a vote concerning Accra Sports Stadium, almost say Bah Abisi Akanho.
Okay. As for us, I think the pitch just needs some minor maintenance now, just to get it back for play. That I think 2 or 3 days work.
So the pitch isn't an issue?
No, the pitch is not. Only the normal maintenance. We do rolling, moving, maybe aeration because of the rains. They said that will not need rolling. That is pitch. Once a nice pitch like that.
Yeah, and above extra stuff needed around the stadium, have you submitted logistics layers or?
Oh, for the match normally I'm that control that.
It is safety protocols ne de account ni nyina no ho nkomo ana omudi said be ya omo betimi asa ko na me de ma 40 senra has a loose no na omo bosi ana coach Ibrahim Tanko enso the press conference na no ye pre-match omo game on Sunday no dey to just say say de mu agono pa na omo te say has a loose no format no eno ana omo so de kwa akoshe oni goalkeeper Jaba omienu ana ye pre-match enra.
And one goal down definitely is not good moral for them, and I think we are going to use that as a motivation for our team so that we'll get something out of there.
Once training come about so training you di hon komo ya fa yan wadwen mentimi meka no ha but the way team answer ya kona yakunya good results na dia bafie.
I know some according to the ever na via sorry na team no abanemo Godwin Atram Atram the visa omni golden cake MTN FA Cup no Vanzi I say coach Godwin Atram they to just say golden cake for only momo pa because team no the players be okra or no an training o mo a emomo ko golden cake tinyame adoma sa game na eba so na de e be game a ano shepa the highest paid player or Rwanda league $120,000 and on so
a season
on annually that's a year
couple yera say na jeshawa amaso so eso monitoring ti one channel or jenebaba I just show my menchi on no permanent say nyame ado bia fine ai
what's the jeshawa too much
jeshawa
pan on the condense ya on na see different jeshawa no so just say
wo chema chubu ha
chema chubu
chema na where there
what's the morning
long time
fancy kwana okoja metiwe
amekwa very jao
so wa wonim
say
wonim say o ti ase mo doso tro bi ase wa ase me to ase for the doso
Mr. Wu
go pass mo mami o
bi ase afa
wo chema me ba o enche bia ni remember on but Razak Simpson go no.
Yes,
the last time on command need one here the quality in our league.
Yeah.
Say being Kotoko, being in Swatremayo, I now bet me a fish one player. Say be a Bichim in Swatre, Brukum Chelsea, Ebia, Summer Tex Mo, Nations Dreams Mo, boys in born a ball. Yen you may bet me a man quite feel comfortable. One pitch. Also be your boy. The first thing I was say your pitch.
And a pitch
now will be was one veranda but so name me.
And a pitch be unable so ball.
And not boy no go no. Me you go na F no. I have an intention. What you say born by you and I didn't say oh bako and yes me boy sim. Ono Black Stars no wakam.
One say yeah waka. Say we free by no.
Be na na ye kan camera angles. Premier League, National League.
Come on crama go.
Angles so mo de be ma won. Angles and cap Simpson go etimi e was contest for Puskas. But say be ya obenya angles na open no. Nipa na ya monka. They me post here.
I need clarity no.
Yeah. Shadow and check me handle and me post you or I am me X handle or shot. We I know straight.
Kwasinga je ko to no ho na
so bon ko we no ko so say am fa pool so mo se no o de hwe no we no o de hwe no sama bon ni to no etu mo peja ni ti hwe soro de hwe o be hwe soro o se bon na ko to akiro
video ba ko na benya
una benya the first one na yi no o de hwe o no se bon supporters in man who se bon na she Would you baby? I say, would you actually hear pass as one of the VIO? I say, in your home.
Where do you
supporters in a man who's a one out of
you take our I'm for me where. Because you're football. My start to
I like some see a ball about some more trimunyo day.
Yeah, only
because the next game be for Black Stars Biaro. We do no a rich.
Yeah. Me an interview be after the first game no for Black Star no na o catch them say Jordan are you and a man
yeah man $300 no.
$300. Honestly second
oh yeah second
what my baseria ma so but yaw komona ye di ni nyina no enye mi hu se ne ma mi enu one and first touch no shadow kama ne kona chi first touch no nko a first time ba bia ball free ba hanko ne hia me ansa na mako shoot no so o de shadow pitch no na abobo on san start corner no look at this impossible no ba bia ball no be kodua no soro hokra ma o start free chiri a you see adia e dey obo mu press nim de make ball no o head free pole no ma ha no look at the distance of this ball but ba bia ball the question here o ball no ba bia ko
a travel you
a travel go we me hon person go catch ade no ma me no
look at na clear ball box no okay eduane soro no
you understand you see ade a din obo mu pa plus enim e boy free soroba na wo control nya boy da form na wo control
result for no kwana mo na ntimi nya mo use
boy free soroba name am de bi no. Yeah. Boy, if you soroba, ni control is very difficult because you don't understand the speed of the ball, how our air flow into.
Okay.
So from this distance, a central defender, naturally, only good touch, only good first control, has that at his feet. In step, and on the jumbo to who say in step,
inside foot,
inside foot. Ne nine chemu e bani emuno. Or did you to no home so? Way a half volley and kind of fool. Yeah. Because they can't touch a ball. And sana na baby has a phone and you imagine say omo bani nyina no my late. Look at this. So the man pressure, a second pressure number. Nobody. Any part me say trying to watch you know be no the pressure man. No.
I mean you sure say
look at it. No pressure band also.
Obo go for glory.
They didn't know.
Control,
yes, and Hona me baba na basono. Baby o gina to go post no is about 45-meter distance. On the ball no top form crash that form will be about to watch me.
Yeah.
45-meter plus and a central defender boss our boy. I mean the technique alone, you know, a war apply to the ball and it was smart ball by Bianco. The other day, me catch will say power has speed, placement or precision. Razak Simpson but the most important thing, a ball on the first touch, the distance of the ball now sending, you know, and he being a central defender. My member Basso at the 64th minute, you know, breaking the gist of the game. And my game could be nations. So now 4 different encounters. This is the first win of Coach Kasim Mengel against House of Fuku.
Yes.
Well, yeah, dear. Now squad the crack Coach Kasim Mengel, no. Coach, baby, I'll be a chair, me more pressure. But can me play top 2 crana can change. Yeah, coach. Nations a room top 4, top 2, top 3. No more quasi honmodo. But in analyzing their squad, and when coach goalkeeper not bench, Kofi Mensah. On that bench, yes, on that bench. Burkina keeper no say. They have a squad. On makes me about centre back Sam Akumako forward to yeah, on Kodjama Nkwa, Oko Gripman, Oseko 4, and a Razak, 4 central defenders. So, Bomuna. Almost saw Christopher Neto, or Casso more central defender, no Bobo Tua, Christopher Neto. The left back, yes, boy, the captain, original captain of Boy, no so big. So, nations they have the squad. Now, me, we Glido Tanga. Esinchen uyi muda series sinchen 6 ama hu so mu nyini e we game no no ba ko bibie ni ba ma hu akuso nation se friend Kevin Pon me hu se na tade atu agu so da very neat but very very unrelenting every time a person will tackle the ball no obetimi ayi do waje no nim pass so nation squad we there o koro to pa na madwere chem se coach kase Mengele se kotimi adwuma yawo ma me move na Shadrack mame me kokotoko game no so. There was one goal about where Bonnet torn net and I saw me catch him and say, Coach Mabodu Pana consider go away. Coach Mabodu. I'll Ghana Premier League, I'm a Bonabasso, or GFA Cup, or G double or treble crosses, that's easy. A very poor goal, and I'll consider Kumasi. I'm a goal in Konachi. Watch this before Kona normally, but to Norman in Konachi. Me pa baby man Kona free by. Don't say, they come Chelsea one player pen a Bejina Honomo. I have 7 man Crown. No.
So 1 versus 2.
1 versus 2. No free attack neighbor. And 2 about who's a any part 2 na come corner no. Now on ya where say or I could defend it or back box room ho and who said the part 2 na come corner no. But yeah, why this? Look at this setup. We Sunday special cry no. But I could even free box to back block abaka so. Sunday special call some bodu. Now my can't say look at this corner. It will be we are son man cry neighbor. And now it's against 2. The principles of the game are very poor here. It was a free day.
But I think a pre-game analysis of Brecum Chelsea and a man a core result is because
analysis of more.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Osha game now Nakotoko by this time na corners I think 8. Corners now, but na a flow ball no flow. So I think the discussion was on long at way. That is why we have position, you know. I'm first pool. Or the time na I'm first post, no. Yes, or first post, and say or jump. Now on arrangement of players na hono. Inti anya dia na was script no so this one happened because Kotoko decided in a minute,
it's successive.
Yes, yeah, even with this, it was communication and leading to this guy. Yeah. It was Ogun at the bench. Okay. Just member no longer pass man no shoot too because Ajete no our power.
So it means still now. More ready, Ogum ready, Maminka Ogum, in game, yes. So Ogum was a Chelsea for the pin from Timamo, Tiamus, Mem long pass a mano.
Yeah, I was obvious share ball in the some goalkeeper and you good area balls. I bought beer bonus to be an offer.
Gregory,
yeah, both beer, beer, fun and Mubiano soon.
And Oshe, they are not all take Patrick now. Tama before Patrick be pass ball na hano gentleman I'm sure say former teammate of Patrick on himself was skill otimi a dribble aba obetimi asa utilize the other space na one left no until also wan kofu or trying kakra say dia na Patrick the ball no until hwe the body orientation na olini towards
Sheki I see do ne amankra
until hwe defender na baby Patrick be release ball no dey fa call
no
also the orientation here towards the bar line yeah. Because when him say Patrick beat me the ball na call that is why I say o pass ball no tito you know the orientation na man no e call from say
wa defender na call
yes wa committing
say the ball no change direction na obeti are
yes and obi a o share Ajete no nim say on say shot on target any shorter on say on shoot two ball just for shooting sake the ball be no e call positioning inti onye opportunity say no you are guaranteed say ultimate hit the ball ni ye dia
or train so power
yes then you say give credit to Kwame Poku before the ball entered or the defender be baba
Obi Koi
I know see goalkeeper nani
Ocho block
Odru Tama and so
Odeni baba shoot na anga no call Odeni baba
Kwame Poku di nebeba. So goalkeeper no this time nyina no hwe ball no nani wo ball no so.
Yeah, but man marking no ko fa.
So just say nti Poku dragi player ne ba ho no. Ene a man vision no a delay for the speed of the ball when team nti coach Samobo do rehearse for Kotoko's pattern of corner kicks no. But at this point no so coach Ogum Bem Bessesan at that point and Kwame Poku so yade. I think the goal you give credit to.
Gonka goalkeeper no
or full view of Obachibon, but Kwame Poku.
Enti a left and right back so.
Yes.
Omi corner no. Patrick said do ne kotoko right back. Ajete no. Omi no combine you.
Kicks ni na ba so me corner ni nyina.
And that is my problem. I want to make no. So even before. It was a pattern, a growing pattern in the game. Ekoso. Once I say doctor Emma info say.
Long.
I decided and say, Bobia, coaches in me touch light, penalty create me, but say, oh, come my way, come on. Yeah, no, member along, switch man number. And civil cases say, no man couldn't say Patrick back, switch left. It's in a new ha, or passing, no, Nessa about Bruno. So it's 2-1. Look at the space, positive. Look at the space or to bury this ball. Coach and what do even in the players, a coach Nancy Mukrana, 2 corners, one should rush there. Yeah, look at the space, look at the space. Yes. Look at this space. So where go away? Na me wo make kan some the other day no, but and now say na internet na mess up. Tina say me discuss in a circle. And Razak dey me kan. One go I make kan from the Ghana Premier League. Kamara Dean. Mahmoud go now we yan. Yes.
They no so kan so weeks ago na ka say na mo ko Africa no kra mo nya set piece bia na on dey kopem she.
Yes.
And instead of changing the direction of the ball.
No, when it's a Ghana Premier League, you know, players are omabo check akra. You can say be a 4-5 season. Our discipline, unimbo no bopa. Player wabo, I say emotion pong. Ahmed Adams, omo type no. So ball league ne a check akra. No one can say as player no a discipliner. Unimbo no bobebre. This is a player wabo Ashgood.
Bokarela answer.
Karela Ashgood Mediama. And still look at the levels out there. It is our player a chance at the Blasters. He knows the art. Any idea say, oh yeah. A idea oko back in days. Obenya players be here Imoro Ibrahim from Boga All Stars. I know about Karela. I know about Sante Kotoko. Now the ball is different. Share the ball. You see a difference. Our game. Share Daniel defender. Any Rubinya bebo has a check akra. She Mustafa Suma Mokoyo Mosabai. Omo bobo ni bia. You see a difference wo mu game ni. So anyame wan say come on put up this he needs and he deserves that recognition with the national team.
I think those 2 players, you know, Razak Blasters, Kamara also Blasters, and Nima a bit permanent too. Oh, Blaster nominated your muyo. These are defenders, but they are getting the extras. Extras and your goals now. Oh, Simpson, Kamara, now say Blaster 2 Papa Bianchi, then unity. I already said you try to be by the Cobalt back. So Kamara 2 also so or even one or bet me a team. These are goals. I don't person can want some cacao. I gonna Premier League. My Domino Dawson, when they say Chumune. Sivone akoyam so akiri yawo
wo mate chairman chum wa ha chairman na bibia find there
na me adum ya
I say the why deal because ye nya o
say na dem wa
was me Valentine well I mean say
Kamara didn't go now
didn't go no
head are difficult because of the position in India because anya head out bet me direct ball ni so need good technical na technical e can technical ta hwe na only say yaw tire so your technical
bet me ntitwi